Three, go. Good evening, everyone. Today we will be conducting an interview session as a part of our assignment on movie preferences. And my name is Kasturi. I will be one of the interviewer for today.
Uh, Good morning. I'm Shashmita. I will be your co-interviewing alongside Kasturi.
We are pleased to have our interviewee, Shamini, with us today.
Thank you for joining us, Shamini.
Yes, thank you for having me, and I'm so happy to be here.
To begin, could you please introduce yourself briefly, Shamini?
Yes, sure. I'm Syarmhini Yatipan, and you can call me as Syarmhini. And I'm a digital strategist and also a freelancer, where I specialize in website creation and translation service and etc. Whatever I can do, I'll do as a freelancer. And apart from that, I'm quite interested in how people think and how people communicate, especially in our daily situation, our everyday situations. So, because even boring or just a simple interactions with people can reveal uh, a lot about a person's perspective and personality.
That's really interesting, Shamini. So I think your career is very unique, and I hope it must be very enjoyable for you. Uh, so, do you enjoy watching movies? May I know why?
Yeah, of course, yes, I do really enjoy watching movies. If you ask me why, I think it's because for me, movies are a good way to relax, especially after a busy day. But at the same time, they can also reflect real life situations in a very interesting way. So, what I enjoy is that movies often show different personalities of human being, different kind of emotions, and different kind of choices of human beings. And for me, they are not just entertaining, but also quite revealing about human nature and human behavior.
Yes, that's make a lot of sense, Miss Shamini, because movies nowadays can help us to relax while also teaching us about the real life situations. So, moving on, what kind of movie genres do you prefer and why?
All right, so my go-to kind of movies are character-driven movies, especially crime or mystery. I like films that build curiosity and it make me think like what's going on, what's happening here, what's happening there, what's going on there. So yeah, for me, it's much more interesting when the story focuses on the characters and their motivations because for me it totally keeps me engaged and makes my whole experience feel more meaningful.
That's very interesting. Crime and mystery movies really keep the audience curious and engaged as well. So, do you prefer watching movies at the cinema or at the home, and why?
Okay, I usually prefer watching movies at home rather than watching movies at movie halls. The kind of movies that I love to watch tend to have a lot of details, and I really, really need to focus on every details, and I have to pay attention. So you see, at home, it's more comfortable and less distracting compared to the movie halls. So like I can follow the story better and notice things I might miss in movie halls.
Yes, that's very true actually, Miss Shamini. So, watching at home actually allows us to focus better without any distractions, especially for the details movie, right? So, Miss Shamini, next, what is your favorite movie and why do you like it?
Um, One of my favorite movie is Zodiac. If not mistaken, it's a 2007 or 2008 movie, an American historical drama and crime thriller film. So personally, I like it. I love it because it's very tense and very detailed, but in more subtle way. It doesn't rely on dramatic scenes too much, and it feels quite realistic, especially since it's based on real events, right? And I sometimes found myself thinking about it even after the movie and even after days, even after weeks, I still think about it. I think it stayed with me because it doesn't give me clear answers. So here I am still reflecting on it.
That sounds like a very impactful movie, and especially since it stayed in your mind. So, who is your favorite actor, actress, and director?
Um, to be honest, I don't really follow celebrities that closely, but I think a few of them stand out to me over time. For example, for actor, I would say Robert Downey Jr., especially in Sherlock Holmes. I think everyone must have watched Sherlock Holmes. And this is because he brings out a lot of personality in the role. In one role, he brings out a lot of personality of himself while still making his character in that movie feel intelligent and unpredictable. And for the actress, I'd say um Jodie Foster. Yeah. So in a movie called The Silence of Lambs, it's a 90s movies, and it's a psychological horror thriller. She acted as a FBI trainee, and I absolutely loved her how her performance was quite controlled and subtle. But at the same time, you can still feel the tension and pressure in her character, even though her character was quite controlled by her. And next, for the director, I definitely choose David Fincher because I love how detailed and how precise his films are. In a movie called Gone Girl, yeah, if not mistaken, it's released on 2003 or 2004. The way the story unfolds feels very calculated, and the tension comes from the characters and the and situation rather than obvious dramatic moments or like the lightings and all the stuff. Except for that, the character and situations are very good for his movies when he direct the movies.
Yeah, actually, that's a really strong combinations actually because they are very well known for their powerful performance as well. So, Shamini, if you had a chance to act in a movie, so would you prefer local or international films, or and why?
Um, I think I would prefer international movies compared to local movies because it's not that I don't like local movie, but mainly because there's more variety in storytelling, right? It's international and there'll be more variety in storytelling and different styles of filmmaking compared to our local movies. But also, if we see logically, it would also reach a wider audience, right? Which makes the whole experience more impactful. That said, I still think local films are important, but mainly focusing on representing our culture. But if you ask me personally, I still be more interested in exploring international projects.
Yes, that's understandable. International films do offer more opportunity to watch a movie in multiple languages. So, would you prefer international films?
Um, I wouldn't say no, but yes, to some extent. I usually check movie reviews from Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic sites, and sometimes Google reviews, just Twitter reviews everywhere. I just check everywhere, but just to get a general sense of whether a movie is well made or it's worth my time to watch the movie. But um, in real, I usually don't really depend on them. I'll check, but I don't really depend on them because sometimes um what I enjoy can be different from general opinions, right? Not everyone loves what I love.
That's a very balanced approach, Miss Shamini. So, because we can say that reviews can guide us, but personal choices still matters for us, right? So, has any movies inspired you in your life?
Um, yes, there's a movie called Groundhog Day. It's a 90s movie, but I wouldn't say uh it inspired me in a very direct life-changing way, but it did somehow. It influenced how we think. So in this movie, what I found interesting is that the situation keeps on repeating. The situation keeps on repeating, but the character keep on changes over time. So at that point, it made me realize that progress isn't always about changing the situation, no, but it's like more about how you approach it. So I guess that idea stayed with me, and you know, in everyday routines where small changes in attitude can make huge difference. So yeah, Groundhog Day.
That's really meaningful, especially how movies can influence your mindset and growth as well. So, in your opinion, what makes a movie successful?
In my opinion, I think a movie is successful when it leaves a lasting impact on the audience. Even if it leaves a lasting impact on me, I would definitely watch it again and again. Also, in my opinion, if you ask me, when a movie can leave a lasting impact, I would say when it makes me to continue thinking about it, about that entire movie or scenes or like some specific moments afterwards, even after the movie ended. And from what I've noticed, movies that stay memorable usually have strong characters or some meaningful idea rather than just relying on visuals, effects, lighting, fighting. Yeah.
That's a great point. Since you mentioned a meaningful movie earlier, right? So, which movie would you strongly recommend to others and makes it worth to watch?
Um, I strongly recommend Groundhog Day. So you see, at first it might seem quite simple and so basic. The story will be very basic and it's so simple. You get bored, but as the story develops, I can say it actually delivers really meaningful message about personal growth and change. And what I find most interesting in that movie is how the character doesn't transform overnight. Instead, his growth happens gradually through repetition, through small actions, and through self-reflections. Yeah, that makes his journey feel more realistic and more relatable because in real life changes doesn't happen overnight, right? And also, there's another reason. I think it's worth watching because it balances humor with deeper life lessons. I assure you, you can enjoy it as a light and entertaining film, but it also make you think how your choices, your attitude, your daily action shape who you become.
I think that's a wonderful recommendation, especially because it carries such a strong life lesson.
Thank you, Miss Shamini, for sharing your thoughts with us today.
Yes,
Um,
we truly appreciate your time. It was very interesting to learn about your perspectives. Thank you so much.
yeah, most welcome, and also thank you so much for both of you, Miss Kasturi and Miss Sashmita. I enjoy sharing my thoughts about movies with you. Thank you and have a nice day.